Chlorofluorocarbons were making a hole in the ozone layer, bringing in deadly UV radiation that could kill us all. So, people came together and made hydrofluorocarbons to replace them. However, these contributed to climate change, which will also eventually kill us all. So now we need to find a new green replacement for the hydrofluorocarbons. But before we can get into the new replacements, we need to know a little bit more of the history behind hydrofluorocarbons.
Even before there was chlorofluorocarbons, which we just mentioned are making a hole in the ozone layer, in the early 1900s, ammonium, methyl chloride, and sulfur dioxide were used as refrigerants. These chemicals were toxic and would sometimes leak out of refrigerators and cause fatalities. This was when three American corporations, Frigidaire, General Motors, and DuPont, came together to find a less toxic replacement. In 1928, Thomas Midgley from General Motors found this replacement, which was chlorofluorocarbons, CFC for short. CFCs became the main refrigerant. In 1974, scientists discovered that CFCs were destroying the ozone in the ozone layer, which protects the Earth from sun's harmful UV radiation. This led to the discovery of the ozone layer hole in 1985. In 1987, the Montreal Accords were signed by all 197 countries to eventually ban CFCs by 2010. This led to its gradual replacement with hydrofluorocarbons.
HFCs are mainly used in refrigerators and air conditioners as refrigerants and as propellants in fire extinguishers and aerosol sprays. Even though they replaced CFCs because they were thought to be more environmentally friendly, HFCs also contribute to global warming. HFCs presently contribute about 2% of total global greenhouse emissions. Although there is much less of it in the atmosphere than carbon, HFC's global warming potential over 100 years is 14,800 times greater than carbon dioxide. After this was discovered, the international community came together again to reduce and eventually eliminate HFCs by adding the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Accords in 2016.
But what will replace HFCs? Well, the answer to this is hydrofluoroolefins, HFO for short. They are a compound made as a more sustainable replacement to all the applications of HFCs, like refrigerants and propellants. Unlike the original refrigerants, the refrigerants we use today are non-toxic and safe for widespread use. HFOs don't deplete ozone unlike CFCs and aren't toxic. This means that HFOs are sustainable, safer for the environment, and are the safer and healthier choice for everyday appliances like air conditioning and refrigerators.
The reason why HFOs were created is also for their most significant environmental benefit, which is their decreased global warming potential, or GWP for short. GWP measures the substance's ability to trap heat in the atmosphere. The GWP for over 100 years for HFOs are between 0.5 and 17. This is much lower than the HFCs that can have a GWP of 14,800. This means HFOs contribute much less to global warming than HFCs, reducing their impact on climate change and the environment.
The only downside to HFOs is that they are 10 times more expensive than HFCs. Despite this, the price difference is relatively small in the long run. For example, refrigerators that use HFOs can be up to $40 more expensive, while air conditioning can be up to $70 more expensive due to the low amount of refrigerants used in these products. These products last a long time, so it's worth the price every once in a while to spend a little bit of money to save the environment and the climate.
To summarize, hydrofluorocarbons, although intended as a green chemical, are major contributors to global climate change. By switching to hydrofluoroolefins, which are green and safe, we can protect the environment even if it means we have to pay a little more upfront.